Chief Minister Sarfraz Bugti has expressed the firm resolve to eliminate terrorists after a spate of coordinated attacks across the province, adding that 145 militants were killed within a span of 40 hours. The military's media affairs wing said, and I quote, terrorists of Fitna-al-Hindustan carried out a spate of attacks across Balochistan, responding to which the security forces killed 92 terrorists. The state has designated Balochistan-based terrorist group as Fitna-al-Hindustan to highlight India's alleged role in terrorism and destabilization across Pakistan. Aditya Vadhavan, my colleague, joins us for more on this. Aditya, now the Chief Minister of the Balochistan province has come forward and said that, it will that it will firmly act, and of course it is the agents of India in a reference to Fitna-al-Hindustan, that it is somewhat India that is responsible for all of these terrorist attacks that are taking place.
Mehta, if you see, these statements by the Balochistan CM definitely are not are very, very baseless. Since they're levying these allegations to India, as far as this attack in Balochistan is concerned, and definitely, if you see going forward, we have seen how the BLA has sophisticatedly, began attacking Pakistan in the recent time. We have seen how there have been several ambushes on the Pakistani army convoys in the resistive Balochistan area, because the Balochistan does not consider itself as a part of Pakistan. So all these blame games by the Pakistani politicians are very well known, and with all these are baseless allegations. That this terror group was linked to India. So definitely at this juncture, it is very essential as to what action will the Pakistani army take against the fighters of BLA. Already, we have been seeing an uptick in the activities of BLA. Along in close coordination with the Tehreek-e-Taliban, and BLA has been attacking the Pakistani army convoys, and definitely the intelligence sharing is one of the major aspects which has emerged between the TTP and the BLA. So definitely due to this intelligence sharing, they have been able to successfully attack these Pakistani army convoys. But however, it needs to be seen how things unfold. What will be the further strategy? How will there be more retaliation from the Pakistani army or not? This needs to be seen, because the situation is very, very tense in the resistive Balochistan area and the adjoining areas. And so, importantly, the Chinese investments in the area are also under a real threat, because the China has invested in in the CPEC, which is China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, and the Balochistan claims that the BLA claims that it is illegal, these Chinese investments in the region. So definitely it needs to be seen how things unfold in this scenario. Medha.
Aditya, please do stay on with me. Lieutenant Colonel Himanshi Singh, ma'am. Now, Balochistan refers to the BLA as Fitna-al-Hindustan, which of course is some sort of a suggestion that these Baloch rebels are proxies of India and acting on the behalf of India, and in a way deflecting from the fact that it is Pakistan's own failures that are responsible for what exactly is going on. Balochistan is one of the resource-rich provinces, yet it is still impoverished. On all indicators, it is one of the lowest scoring. Decades of, people there are unemployed. There's been no, despite investments, there have been no major, per se impacts of all of that economic growth for the people in Balochistan. Do you think now Pakistan uses all of this, referring to the BLA as a proxy of India, to deflect the blame from its own internal failures, and it uses this boogie of India did it in a way to suggest that it is not us but an external power that is actually forcing the hand of these rebel groups?
I completely agree with you. See, even the United States and other governments have officially listed BLA as a terrorist group. So I don't think a country like India, will get into unlawful support to BLA or anyone. See, Pakistan government uses foreign state, particularly India and Afghanistan, and they say we are providing support to them. But I think these allegations are baseless, because I don't think any public credible evidence has ever been given. See, when we had terrorist attacks in our country, we have given dossiers, we have given credible information and evidences. But has Pakistan done it even once? So when a state says that, the weapon have been provided, financing is happening, organized military training is happening, so they have to give some evidence. It cannot just be, in firing in the dark. So why, Pakistan claims, because we know Pakistan has been a failure as a nation. It is a failed nation. And unless you independently verify and give proof of what you're alleging, it just remains an allegation. And BLA itself rejects itself being a proxy of any foreign power crisis, and it insists that we represent a domestic national cause, and which is so true. See, why Pakistan army is being targeted by BLA? See, these attacks are not random. They are very strategic, political and symbolic. Pakistani army has dominated the institutions. Islamabad is trying to control Balochistan, but Balochistan army views this as a political and administrative suppression, economic marginalization of local communities and enforcement policies. Now the way out is, see, if Pakistan army or the Pakistan governments stops ruling and start governing, there will be a way out. The solution is not more troops. It is not disappearance. It is not denial. See, solution is political courage, genuine federalism and resource revenue sharing. See, the main issue here is
Ma'am, I'm so sorry to
shared.
interrupt you, but I'm just running a little short on time. I do appreciate all the insights that you've shared with us here. They've been really invaluable.